They don't want you to watch this video because once you see it, there's no turning back. Your consciousness will expand and you will understand what is really happening behind the scenes. The matrix is collapsing. The signs are there all around us, but only the awakened can see them. Will you recognize them or will you continue stay in the dark? Watch this video if you are ready for the truth and then pay close attention. But be warned, there is no turning back. Before we start with this important topic, I would like to draw your attention to our webinar, Pleiadian School Phase 4. You will connect with the quantum healing field of the Pleiades and operate on higher dimensional levels. You will learn healing techniques and connect with Pleiadian beings, learning from them, a great experience for everyone who wants to do more for themselves. There is a special discount of €100 that you can redeem. Pleiades School. The link is below the video. Sign up quickly and be part of it. And now let's get to this very hot topic. And you will understand me exactly when I explain to you at the end where the catch is. Let's start with the cosmic laws. You all know the cosmic laws, for example, as within, so without, or the law of resonance, that you get back what you give out. And so there is also a law that is not very well known. Because this cosmic law, and it is absolutely irrefutable, states that the cabal, the deep state, the negatives are not allowed to attack organizations that do good, that save human lives. They are not allowed to attack them. This group is protected. Now let's move on to planet Earth. The Earth has been very much harmed, very much exploited, and Mother Earth is not doing well. Why has this happened? Because the opposing side wants more and more money, more and more power. And so no consideration is given to the needs of Mother Earth, our beautiful planet. But I can tell you one thing, God's plan exists and God is watching, and the angelic beings and extraterrestrials are observing everything that happens here. God's love is benevolent and allows. And now comes the point, the negative. So the deep state, or these people only, then to be successful, if it is invited by us. And in full awareness, everyone will now say, no, 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 I am not inviting them. Right? Boom. But there is a trick. And as soon as people truly recognize this trick, everything will change abruptly. I will explain it to you at the end. This means now the opposing side is clever. They deal with these things and have found means and ways, a sophisticated way to say what they intend to do. They have engaged with occult and magical principles that allow them to get away with their actions. I believe you are familiar with it. They say it through movies, through song titles, through secret codes that are then embedded in the entire events that influence us, ultimately preparing us for what they will do. Movies, satires, all of it is part of it. You know it. I have made videos about it several times. What about the people now? People say such nonsense. That's not true. For example, yes, they don't believe what is shown there, but they have heard it. What if, for example, it's just an example, it won't be like this, but if, for example, a state of emergency were declared in Germany, then the government would have no laws to adhere to anymore? That's wonderful for them, isn't it? They could do whatever they wanted with us. They could even access all our money and enrich themselves with it. They could do that after all. It's a state of emergency. One must know this, one should know this, and think carefully if such a vote were to come. People would be completely at the mercy in such a case. Completely at the mercy. When you hear this now, and most people say, it can't be, I'm doing well, I have a car, I can go shopping, I might have an apartment or a nice house, and I'm doing well. I don't believe what's being said here. That's the crux. As soon as you say, I don't believe it, that can't be just satire, that's just a movie, that's just a song, or that was just a performance. As soon as you let it pass by you and think, oh, it doesn't matter, it's not true anyway, keep moving on. There are some people who are still asleep, but remember my first words, the divine consciousness is benevolent to us. Now let's move on. If something like this happens, for example, imagine if we no longer had access to our accounts. And it is happening to some people who are now are rebellious. All the conspiracy theorists, they are at risk, as you've witnessed, of having their accounts frozen. So this is already being practiced for other reasons, but it's not entirely new. However, I don't want to instill fear that our accounts might somehow be seized. It's just an example to help you understand what I ultimately mean. And if such a case were to occur, where we actually no longer have access to our accounts, where we practically can't shop or do anything, then many people would wake up. Suddenly they would say, oh God, why didn't I see this earlier? Why didn't I believe it? Why was I sleeping so deeply? These people are in the wrong matrix. They are trapped there, but they are only trapped until they suddenly understand. And in that moment, everything changes. And now for you, in this video, everything can change immediately because you have understood what it's about. And everything is that is subtly hinted at in these movies or in satire, call it what you will, everything that is said which you consider unlikely has a deeper reason rooted in truth, namely to keep people asleep and then pursue this dark plan. But if you have understood it, just like now, then you are awake. Then you no longer let such things happen to you. Then you resist. And then we are in the new era. Then we have made it. That means 1 or 2 years. Approximately. At the moment, it looks like it will still take some time. And the more people see this video and understand what it's about, the faster time will pass, and we won't have to experience such extreme things. Then it might only be 1 more year. So the next 2 years are crucial for our entire future. And there is a lot of back and forth. There is a lot of unrest. There is a lot of back and forth. All of this contributes to awakening. I so deeply wish that it is finally over, that people have finally understood what life is about, that this superficiality, which is found everywhere, is not the way. It's about much, much more. And this is the comfort, the benevolent consciousness of God. Love is with us. And the universe undoubtedly also helps us repeatedly to get on this divine path. And therefore it will be, if one also chooses this divine path, one will still fare well in this time. And something very important, please stay in your heart. Do not let yourself be distracted by external events. They are there to make us fearful. And as soon as a person is afraid, they can be led into the next fear and made completely incapable of action. Stay in your heart, look at things neutrally, and thereby recognize the truth and prepare yourselves. It is important that we truly equip ourselves so that we are well. During this time, that is what I wish for all of you. And for this reason, I have now also prepared a beautiful meditation, my dear ones. Before we begin, I would also like to encourage you to calmly join my Telegram channel because I post there so often. I can share all our daily energies where you can orient yourself and feel what is important, how we are currently being supported by the spiritual world. Because the spiritual world is indeed there, it is not inactive, but supports with energies, and everything is taking a good course. We are the ones who decide. That is the most important thing. We are the ones who decide. And if you don't care about anything, you simply won't make progress. But I believe you know that everyone and all who watch this video are already among the awakened people. Therefore, share this video and let other people partake in what is important in the current time. And then we will come much closer to awakening. So, I will now spray myself with the quantum light because we also have the wonderful webinar Pleiades 4. And there we learn to work with the Pleiadians in the Pleiadian quantum light. And this quantum light has this quantum light field, a completely different energy than what we know here on Earth. That's why these healing sessions or healing techniques have a much greater effect. They are beyond duality. That's the difference. Treat yourself to this joy, this experience, and sign up. The link is below the video. And now I invite you to a deep meditation so that we can strengthen ourselves and thereby more easily recognize the truth. Dear kindred spirits, I am full of joy to welcome each and every one of you today. For today the souls have come together. They carry awakening energies within them, and these awakening energies come from the heart, come from the divine connection and all the meditations and messages you have already heard. And so a wonderful group has gathered here, a group that knows what truly matters. And so I invite now the star beings from the entire universe for whom it is important to be here now. And so it may be that now your star messenger joins you. And perhaps you have already done the activation with the star messenger. Then you feel it now very, very deeply and closely with you. And so let yourself now be greeted by the universe. Lead the love of God. For it carries the universe and it also carries Mother Earth. Feel the love of God and let yourself be touched by this love in your soul. And perhaps you now feel how this love gently and warmly flows into you. The love of the All One, from the highest source, the highest consciousness of all being. And so your soul expands and absorbs and absorbs this love. Absorbs the love of God deeply within, deep within you. And so now enjoy everything that happens, for God is with you. God's love carries you. God's love holds you. God's love is your companion. And so feel how everything falls away. Every burden that was far too heavy now simply goes. Feel how your shoulders become lighter. The spirit becomes free. And you recognize within yourself a strength, a radiance. For you have come here to help the earth, to help people. And thus, God's love shares everything that now needs to be healed and take a little time and enjoy. And so God's love wraps around your shoulders, around your aura, and you are closely connected. The deepest love that exists. And so feel free to linger a little longer in this energy and feel yourself. Feel your heart, your body, your soul. And know how great and strong you are. And know that you are much more than a human. And with these words, slowly return to the here and now. Move your hands and feet and be completely there again. I thank everyone who is here today. Share the video so that people can understand what it's really about and how to reach awakening. Subscribe to my channel. Activate the bell so you get notified immediately when I post something new. And we'll see each other next time. All the best.